Hey everybody, this is Aaron Kasnitz here, your Baltimore Ravens beat reporter for PennLive.com and the Harrisburg Patriot News. Now, today we're going to talk a little bit about kind of an unsung aspect of the Ravens offseason, and that is Brandon Williams being able to move back to a more natural position more often, and that's nose tackle. We've heard a lot about the Ravens' additions this offseason on the defensive line, bringing in Derek Wolfe, bringing in Calais Campbell. Those guys, they swapped out Michael Pierce, a nose tackle who signed a big deal with the Vikings. And really to break it down, the last couple of years, the Ravens' two best defensive linemen were Michael Pierce and Brandon Williams. Now, Brandon Williams signed a big contract, so the Ravens used him, and he's a versatile player. They can move around a little bit. But because both of those two big bodies, guys who kind of naturally fit as nose tackles, were on the field together very often, Brandon Williams was playing three technique. He was moving around. And that cost the Ravens maybe some flexibility. They didn't necessarily have guys who could do a ton of things the way Calais Campbell, who was one of the best interior pass rushers, a five technique. Don Martindale, the Ravens defense coordinator, called him the best five technique in the NFL. That's what the Ravens have now with Calais Campbell. Derek Wolfe is a guy who's played some different spots and can really help out as well. And all this means that Brandon Williams can a little bit more regularly go back to playing nose tackle, where he can, gobble up some blocks. He can draw attention, and that's going to be really a key this year. The big thing with Brandon Williams isn't necessarily his statistics. What he does is he creates space for other players on the defense. Now, if Brandon Williams is playing at nose tackle and he can attract, he can take up two or three blockers, force them to double team him. All of a sudden, the guys on the second level, your linebackers, young Patrick Queen and Malik Harrison, those young linebackers are going to be able to have space to go make plays. The past couple of years, the Ravens did all right with that with Michael Pierce and Brandon Williams, but they didn't have the flexibility to then get much pass rush pressure because neither of those guys are natural pass rushers. This year, if Williams is at nose tackle and you got Wolfe and Campbell, two guys who really can rush the passer at the 3-5 technique, all of a sudden the Ravens can do a little bit of everything. They can rush the passer without bringing blitzes as often, yet they still have a big body in there, Brandon Williams, who really can control the middle of the line. And that's better in some senses, at least the team hopes it is, than having two big bodies in there, Williams and Pierce, in the sense that they can do a little bit more, they have more options, and that's going to be a key. So when we talk about the Ravens' revamped front seven, obviously we talk about the new linebackers. Obviously we talk about Calais Campbell, a 5-time Pro Bowler, Derek Wolfe, a veteran who the Ravens signed. Don't forget that Brandon Williams now, without Michael Pierce, can play nose tackle a little bit more often and really can do the things that the Ravens think he does best.